The real monsters. When I was a little boy, I was afraid of monsters. They always lurked in the dark places where the light didn't reach. It didn't matter how many times my father shone a flashlight into the dark corners of my closet. I knew, the moment that the light was gone, the monsters would come back. And they always did. When I grew up, I learned why. The real monsters don't hide in the dark corners and closets. The real monsters are the ones that live behind your eyes, in the darkness of your mind, and it takes more than a flashlight to send them away. You'll find what you're looking for in my basement. She's still alive, but the others are long dead. I've kept their teeth in Ziploc bags in my file cabinet. Maybe you can identify them from dental records. She hasn't eaten in days, and she's lost a lot of blood, but she might still live, if you hurry. All I ask is that you leave the light on when you go. This prison cell is very dark, and I'm afraid that the monsters will come out when you leave. Inescapable. Why do we feel so safe in the light, with nerves of steel, so free of fright, when darkness lies round every bend, and sleeps inside the most trusted of men? For even with the sun riding high in the sky, all its light is undone if you just close your eyes. Within that darkness, behind closed lids, lie all of the things we feared as kids. All of the monsters under our bed, all of the voices inside of our head. Just watch the news or read a newspaper. You will see it run loose in so many places. People eating people while they yet breathe. Mothers killing children in ways hard to believe. Vicious murders and rapes, death, pain, and sorrow. Yet more news will break when you wake on the morrow. So when you think there's no place in reality for monsters, remember the taste of this creepypasta. Awake. I am awake. I should not be awake. You have been far too bad for far too long, and it is time to stop. I wish I didn't have to do this. Believe me. It is so much easier for me to continue sleeping for eons than have to worry about you, humanity. I am awake, and I am most displeased. You have all committed many atrocities in my name. Some of those atrocities were committed against my name as well, and not a single drop of blood has pleased me. It is not a matter of benevolence or malevolence, but of point and worth. Your existences serve no purpose anymore, as they did mere millennia ago. Furthermore, your sacrifices are of no worth to me. What do I care if you send one of your own back to me? I made you and spat you out. What makes you think I want you back? There is a reason you are not with me. It is because a great many of you are a failed experiment in its death throes. I was simply waiting until you destroyed each other. But now you have crossed the line, delving into matters that do not concern you. I thought you safe, confined from the others in the prison you call Earth, but no. You must reach your plagued, failed hands out of your cell and grab at anything that floats by. You think you are only flying out into space, but really you are leaving the cage I made for you. It had everything you needed right there, but no, you must have more. If I allow you to continue, you will creep into my more successful creations, and you will destroy them. They know this, and that is why they awoke me. I have tried to let you sort yourselves out, but I cannot let this continue any longer. Soon you will all feel the wrath of your Creator, for what was made can be unmade, and you all have so many wonderful things to be unmade. Some have called me God. Others have called me demon. All I am is awake and very unhappy. Views of a murder. It is so dark in here, so dreadfully dark. I have come to hate this darkness, for it comes much too frequently. My body is still, as if numbed. The motion I can sense as I am being carried away. It is quick-paced and very rough. Where I am is unknown, but I do know that I am surrounded by a wall of almost fabric-like things. My imprisoned state is positioned ever so close to this man's heart. I can feel its sickly thumps as my bearer strides so vigorously. His breath comes in impulsive, distorted inhales as he sucks for the God-given right to stay alive. I pity him, for it is he who depends on me to do the task at hand. I have become a tool in giving reality to his twisted fantasies. I suppose we must rely on each other, for it is I who fulfills the wishes of the scandalous, and he brings meaning and purpose to my creative design. But now for the moment has come, the moment I have relived time and time again in the hands of this cruel-minded gentleman. His motion ceases, but his heart rate increases. He reaches into his coat pocket and unsheathes me from my hiding place. Free me from the burdens of my sensations. Senseless cell. I can now feel the sting of the cold night breeze. My metallic body gleams in the pale light of the overhead moon as it casts its undying rays upon the earthly neighbors below. All else maintains the pitch black that mortal men have come to fear, the uncertainty that waits behind the veil of their blinded eyes. Footsteps now echo down this lonely path. Little does this person know they have just entered a game of hide-and-go-seek in which the loser meets a painful end. My cohort and I have fiendishly placed ourselves behind this unforgiving wall. It seems our victim has been deemed the unknowing seeker. The sound of this person's presence draws more near to where my master stands, who is still clutching me within his firm grasp. Before I could even brace myself for impact, out sprang the villain with sinister precision of his killing blow. I met the fair lady's soft and fleshy chest. I could tell it was a woman because of the shrill feminine scream that managed to escape her tightening throat. My steel-pointed end tore through her oh so easily. I merely slipped right in between her blockade of muscle, tissue, and bone. All came to stop. I could recognize where I was now. I was buried inside the now split-open heart of the unlucky maiden. I could feel the frantic beats as blood attempted to flee the shattering impact I had made. Such a beautiful muscle, trying so hard to squeeze out every bit of life it could. I swear I can almost hear it praying to the heavens above before it stopped beating completely. When the deed was done and my purpose served, I was drawn back from her chest, and I watched as blood spilled down her magnificent left breast. Down she fell towards the ground, unable to live, yet unable to die, caught between this world and the hell that awaited her. I did not know whether I should be in despair for her, seeing as now her fluids coated my razor's edge. With a handkerchief, I am wiped and stripped clean of her meaninglessly spewed insides. Back into the pocket I go, and off we walk, the murderer and me, the killer and his knife that have taken yet another worthless life. Eat your greens. My mother always told me to eat my greens. Like most, I was a fussy and picky child and didn't want anything to do with the disgusting-looking mass of otherworldly slime that she slopped onto my plate every meal. Give me meat, give me dinner rolls, anything but that. Eat your greens so you grow up big and strong. If all you eat is meat and sweets, you'll just turn into an aggressive thug, she always told me. Well, I certainly didn't want to be a thug. I was a nice person, you know. I was always polite to everyone and always patient too. I couldn't stand those jerks who played football and stuffed other kids into lockers. You'll just have to repay them with kindness and outlast them with patience, my mother always advised. Well, Mother, I guess you were right. I will be more kind and patient than all the thugs and jerks. See, I invited the jerk over for dinner. Wasn't that nice of me, Mother? I'll even eat all of my greens this time to make doubly sure that I won't turn into a thug. I just wish that it didn't take so long for the human body to turn green. I'm getting really hungry, and my dessert will soon spoil, Mother.